Imagine being stranded, completely alone, in the coldest place on Earth. No rescue, no way to leave, just endless ice, violent storms, and temperatures cold enough to freeze exposed skin in seconds. One mistake, and you die. But somehow, one man survived there, alone, for over 60 days. This is the true story of an Antarctic worker who became trapped at a remote research station, thousands of miles from civilization. The world's harshest environment surrounded him. No ships could reach him. No aircraft could land. And for weeks, he faced the terrifying reality that nobody was coming. The station sat deep inside Antarctica, surrounded by endless ice fields and darkness that seemed to swallow everything. During winter, temperatures plunged below -60 degrees Celsius. Blizzards could last for days, and outside the station, survival was almost impossible. The nearest help was hundreds of miles away. Once winter arrived, the entire base became completely cut off from the world. At first, everything was routine. The crew worked, maintained equipment, and monitored weather systems. But then, disaster struck. A critical emergency forced the evacuation of most of the team. Aircraft left before storms closed in. But one man remained behind, unable to leave in time. Suddenly, the station became silent. No voices, no movement, just one man, alone in Antarctica. At first, he tried to stay calm. The station still had limited supplies. Generators still worked. But Antarctica destroys people mentally long before it destroys them physically. Outside, winds screamed across the ice. The darkness never seemed to end. Even simple tasks became dangerous. A short walk outside could become fatal within minutes if weather conditions changed. And if the generators failed, the station would freeze solid. Days turned into weeks. The isolation became unbearable. No sunlight, no human contact, no certainty that rescue would even be possible. He began talking aloud, just to hear a voice. Sometimes he imagined sounds in the corridors, footsteps, doors closing, voices that were not there. The human mind was never meant to endure that level of isolation. Every day became a battle to stay alive. Fuel had to be rationed carefully. Equipment constantly froze. Ice built up inside parts of the station itself. At times, he slept in layers of clothing just to stay warm. Outside, temperatures could kill in minutes. The freezing wind stripped heat from the body almost instantly. And if anything critical broke, there would be nobody to help fix it. Then came the storms. Massive Antarctic blizzards hammered the station for days. The entire building shook under the force of the wind. Visibility disappeared completely. Outside the windows, there was nothing but white. No horizon, no sky, just endless, frozen chaos. For a while, he genuinely believed he might never leave Antarctica alive. Eventually, weather conditions improved enough for rescue teams to attempt a mission. But Antarctica does not forgive mistakes. The first rescue attempt failed. Violent weather forced aircraft to turn back. He remained trapped, still alone, still waiting, still surviving one day at a time inside the frozen wilderness. Finally, after more than 60 days isolated in Antarctica, a rescue aircraft managed to land. The moment he saw another human being again, he reportedly broke down emotionally. He had survived freezing temperatures, crippling isolation, and one of the harshest environments on Earth. Against impossible odds, he made it home alive. Antarctica remains one of the deadliest places on the planet, a frozen wilderness capable of swallowing people without a trace. And this story is a reminder that sometimes the greatest survival battle is not against nature itself, but against complete isolation. Because in places like Antarctica, the silence alone can destroy you.